Where are they if they're doing it? And by the way, Peter Navarro, well, we want to work with companies. Fine, work with companies. What the Defense Procurement Act was about, the country needed materials to go to war. President said it's a war. It is a war. Well, then act like it's a war.
Peter Navarro is the White House trade advisor. We're always happy to have him on the show. He joins us tonight. Peter, you saw the governor call you out by name, so we wanted to start by giving you a chance to respond what he said about you.
Let me first of all correct the governor. It's not the Defense Procurement Act. It's the Defense Production Act. And by the way, I was able to get 4,000 ventilators to him today through FEMA, 2,000 in the morning, 2,000 in the afternoon. And here's the thing, Tucker, what I'm doing like 50 yards across the way there in my office is working with a great amount of businesses, large, small, and in between, to get the gloves, the masks, the goggles, the ventilators, the sanitizers, and the response from the business community has been overwhelming. I don't need the Defense Production Act and a gun to go tell them to help out here. They're coming to us, and we're getting the stuff done. And I'm getting millions of things moved. FEMA planes in the air, FedEx planes in the air, mill airplanes from the Pentagon. And we now are focused like a laser beam on combating the virus in places like New York, and we're helping that city and state, and it's unfortunate that all we get is the back of their hand.
I mean, so are you saying that you at this point don't need to use the force of law to make companies comply with the spirit of the law, but if they don't comply, you would be willing to? Not to put words in your mouth.
Exactly. Let me explain the two main functions of the DPA are to mobilize the industrial base, in this case, the public health industrial base, and the other is to allocate resources. So when you're talking about mobilizing the industrial base, you can have repurposed factories like Pernod Ricard voluntarily agreed to cross-purpose to hand sanitizers. So today, we got their first load of hand sanitizers, yes, to the city of New York. Honeywell, that would be a case of not repurposing, but expanding their production of N95 masks. Just last week, I got them going on that, and they're building a new factory in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Now, Tucker, where the problem's going to come and where the DPA will be used unmercifully is, first of all, in the supply chain. That means from suppliers to manufacturers or manufacturers to consumers. As things tighten, if there's a case where we need raw materials or some kind of components, we're going to go grab those with the DPA. The other thing we're going to be very aggressive about, Tucker, is raiding warehouses where there might be millions of masks sitting there and people trying to turn them at 7 times the real cost. So, you know, my message to the people of America is that this president and this White House, FEMA, HHS are doing everything possible with the full power of private enterprise to deliver the goods we need both in the near term and the long term. Just today, I worked with one company. We got 43,000 ventilators that we're going to get through the end of the year.
Peter Navarro, thank you for that update, and I hope you're putting the fear of God into the right people. Good to see you.